My mom let me believe for 17 years that we were struggling, and I only found out the truth at my own graduation party. Growing up, money was always the reason we couldn't do things. Couldn't go to Disney like my cousins, couldn't do dance lessons, couldn't get the school photos package because it was a scam. My mom clipped coupons religiously, bought clothes from the clearance rack 2 sizes too big so I'd grow into them. And every time I asked for anything slightly expensive, I got the same speech about how hard she worked just to keep the lights on. I believed her completely. I worked part-time all through high school without being asked. I never pressured her for things. I felt genuinely guilty anytime I spent money on myself. I built my entire personality around being low maintenance because I didn't want to be a burden to a woman I thought was barely keeping her head above water. Then I graduated high school this past June. She threw me a party. Nice one, actually. Catered, decorated, held at my aunt's house, which has a big backyard. I remember thinking she must have saved for months. Friends, extended family, neighbors, people I hadn't seen in years. It felt overwhelming in a good way. Midway through, I overheard my aunt and my mom talking near the drink table. I wasn't trying to eavesdrop. I was just walking past to grab a water. My aunt said something like, "You really should just tell her about the account. She's an adult now." My mom hushed her quickly and changed the subject when she noticed me nearby. I felt something shift in my chest, but I let it go, figured it was nothing. An hour later, my uncle pulled me aside, her brother, someone she'd had tension with for years, and told me directly. He said my mom had inherited a substantial amount of money when my grandfather died 8 years ago, enough that she hadn't needed to worry the way she always claimed. He said he'd disagreed with how she'd handled things ever since and thought I deserved to know now that I was 18. I went completely still. 8 years ago, I was 10. I spent ages 10 through 18 watching my mom cry over bills that apparently weren't as catastrophic as she made them seem. I turned down a class trip to Washington, D.C. in 7th grade because I told my teacher my family couldn't afford it, and I didn't want to ask her. She never corrected that assumption. I didn't cause a scene at the party. That's not who I am. I smiled through the rest of it, thanked people for the cards, hugged everyone goodbye. I was operating on autopilot while something quietly collapsed inside me. That night after the guests left and we were cleaning up, I asked her to sit down. I told her what Uncle David had told me. I didn't yell. My voice stayed completely flat the whole time, which I think scared her more than if I had yelled. I asked her why, not accusatory, just genuinely asking, why did she let me live under that weight for so long? She started crying almost immediately, said she grew up with nothing, and even after the inheritance, she was terrified of losing, said she kept waiting for the right time, said she didn't want me to become irresponsible money the way her cousins had after their parents spoiled them. She meant well, I actually thought. But meaning well doesn't erase 17 years of guilt I carried for simply existing her house. We talked for almost 3 hours. That she showed me the account. She told me she'd already planned to help through college and that she was sorry she hadn't done it. She cried a lot. I cried eventually too. Things between us aren't broken, but they've been rearranged. I'm leaving for college in August. She's helping with tuition. We talk more honestly now than we ever have. Sometimes I think about that 7th grade version walk and I feel something I still don't have the right word, not anger. It's quiet kind of grief for the kid thought she had made herself small and make life easier for everyone.